Alright y'all, today in the mail I got my Troy Industries TRX Alpha Rail in the mail. I ordered the 13-inch version of it, and today what I'm going to do is walk you through putting it on there, but a little twist to it is we're going to do it on the cheap, meaning that I don't have any of the special tools. I don't have the vice clamps to hold the upper receiver, or I don't have the little special bar to take off to hold the delta ring back and take the hand guards off. I'm not going to get a low profile gas block. I'm going to use the one that's on there and going to make my own. So stick with me and we'll walk through the steps and show you how to do it. Like I said, on the cheap. The only money we've spent is the money to get the rail. Alright, first step that we got to do is we got to take off the original hand guards, and to do that it's pretty easy. The little special tool that they make for it clips into the mag release and folds around it, and with one hand you can hold this all back, the delta ring back, and get the plastic hand guards off pretty easy. But I'm not going to spend the money to do that when I can just pull it back myself and get it off. It's a little bit of a pain, but not too bad. Just pull back and snap it off and you're done. With the hand guards off, we'll now need to take off the muzzle brake, if you have one on there, in order to get the gas, to slide the gas block off the front of the barrel. So with the Micklick brake, I just like to stick in an Allen wrench through the brake in order to hold it, and then back off the nut, the lock nut. So we'll take that off, back it off, and unscrew the brake. Alright, so I got here my homemade bench block. Little scrap piece of wood laying around, drilled a hole in it. Nothing special. Pretty simple and easy way to save a good bit of money. Only thing that this doesn't have that a bench block would be markings on it that tell you which way's in and which way's out for the pins, and have a nice little place for your barrel to rest on it. Now if I was doing several of these and everything, I'd spend the money to get the tools because it'd make it quicker and easier. It would, but this is the only AR I've got right now, so why spend the extra money to have those tools when don't really need them? So pretty much just put the pin right over top of the hole, and easiest way for you to tell which way's in, which way's out is one side the pins are bigger than on the other side. You want to drive the small side towards the big side, so flip it that way. Line up the pin over top of your hole, then just take a punch. Nothing special, just regular old punch, and we'll drive it out. We'll drive it out. Handy dandy bench block catches it. Put that off to the side for safekeeping for later, and just drive the second pin out the same way, and do the same with the gas pin. There's the second one. Now the only pin that you got left is the little itty bitty one holding the gas tube in. Right there. So we'll drive that out, and that'll be the last of the pins that we need. Need a little bit smaller punch than you needed for the other ones on this. Flip it over. Just drive it right out. And again, the hole in your block just catches it. So there it is. Set that aside for safekeeping because we'll need that later. With the pins driven out, you might need to tap the gas block a little bit, or a little bit of penetrating oil, and just wiggle it and tap it out lightly with a hammer and pull it on off. And now you can slide the gas tube on out the front. Alright, now we get to the fun part. We'll break out some power tools. The Troy TRX Alpha Rail, it uses the normal barrel nut that's already on there. Like I said, we're doing this on the cheap, so I'm not taking the barrel nut off because I don't have a barrel nut wrench. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the barrel nut off with a good old dremel tool. Don't get nervous, it won't be too bad. Looking at it, the best place to cut it is going to be right where the gas block comes through. I don't know how well it's going to show on the camera. If you look right there, the delta ring doesn't go all the way down there, so if we cut across the top we won't be getting anywhere near the barrel or the barrel nut, so we won't be cutting on it too bad. And on the back as well, it'll be nice and free and clear. Let's see if I can get a good angle of it. So do a little bit of grinding on it and pop it off real quick. There you go. Broke right off. Had to do a little bit of grinding on the other side, but didn't come anywhere near the barrel nut. Didn't hurt it at all. Now all you got to get off is the spring. One last thing to get off on the barrel nut before you can put the rail on is the little snap ring. The easiest thing to do is just grind on each side, cut it off and let it fall, because we won't need it again. So we'll cut that off real quick. Alright, with that off, now you're ready for the rail to slide on as soon as we get the gas block ground down and reinstall it. So, alright, now that we got our gas block done, it's time to start putting everything back together. Alright, so to start, take your gas tube and insert it into the rifle. And then slide your gas block on over top. And you want to put the hole for the gas on the bottom like that and slide it all into place. Once you have it all into place, you should be able to see through all the holes. Kind of hard to get it on camera, but you get the idea. With all the holes lined up, it's time to put our pins in. And it's just the reverse of last time. Last time we knocked it from the small holes to the large holes. This time we're going to drop it in on the large part, the large holes, and drive it towards the small end of it with your punch. Alright, once you get the gas block pins in and they look good and even on both sides, it's time to put the gas tube roll pin in. Alright, with that in there, we're almost done. And last but not least, we finally slide on your rail. The top rail of the upper receiver is lined up with the top rail of the free float rail, is to attach some sort of whatever sight you're going to use that bridges the gap between those rails, and just attach it and use it to automatically line the rail up. Snug it down and then go around and evenly adjust the Allen screws on the rail. Well, there you have it. We installed the Troy TRX Alpha rail with nothing more than some simple hand tools that mostly everybody has laying around the house, and we did it on the cheap. I hope y'all enjoyed. Check out some of my other videos. Thanks.